and welcome back to our Surviving Java Season 2, and you're joining me over at the copper farm at the moment because one of the building projects that we've got lined up requires just an immense amount of copper. I think it's like 14 stacks of copper blocks, and even with the copper farm it's going to take so long. And I did work it out, if you was to go speed mining you would actually get a lot more. So if you're actively playing on the server rather than just like an AFK form of getting copper, doing just speed mining strip mines is probably going to be your best bet. Like I've been here for around about 25-30 minutes and I've got 48, and if you've done a little bit of caving in that time you'd be able to get around about 4 or 5 stacks of copper pretty easily. So copper farm is it's good for an AFK source, but as for actively going out and getting copper, I'm not the best in the world. I will obviously be putting more time in over here, and that's not what I want on that bar. There we go. I will be putting time in over here when I'm not sort of so active. It's like when I'm in the middle of doing bits like IRL, I'll come here and do a little bit of an AFK session just to try to get a bit more. Actually, you know what, let me grab that copper before I forget. Yeah, so I will obviously need I think it works out as like 14 or 15 stacks of copper blocks that I need for the build that I want to do. But today's project, what I was thinking of doing is a lot of the farm designs as well as other builds and stuff I need like quite a bit of obsidian for. And I'm a little bit tired of having to respawn the ender dragon in order to regen the obsidian pillars to then dig them down. And because it's like, you can do it relatively quickly if you line up your cursor at the right point when you're at the top of one of the obsidian towers and then keep the sticky mouse button on, so that way it will continuously left click for you as you're aiming in the right spot. You can take out 3 strips at the same time. But yeah, the majority of the obsidian that I have mined has been manual doing it that way, and I'm just shy of 9,000 doing it that way. So I think I've put in enough time to be able to warrant, you know what, maybe we should actually get a copper farm up and running. So what I am going to probably do is go meet up with Steak, and he's going to help me put in a obsidian farm over at the end. We're going to use the functionality that the end platform that's made of obsidian regens each time an entity is put through the end portal. And I do believe that Steak's going to come along and help us put in a chunk loader for the overworld side of the farm, because obviously we're going to need that area loaded. But I'm actually going to head over to Psychotica's now, just so I can steal a bunch of eggs, because I don't actually have any. I don't know what I've done with them. I'm trying to remember. Like, I've not trolled anyone with eggs for a while. I think the last person that I sort of spammed eggs at their base was Sizzles, and most of them have been killed off by now. Ow. But hopefully Sai has got some eggs. If I remember correctly, it was somewhere around here. I can hear the chickens, but I cannot see the chickens. Right, they're up there somewhere, but okay, can we get up there through this way? Yeah, we can. Awesome. So, let's see. Yeah, so Sai's got quite a lot of eggs, so I'm just probably going to steal a double chest worth just to, because we're going to need a bunch of chickens in order to get eggs to launch them through the end portal, not for trolling this time round. And I think that's fair. So I'm just going to pinch a couple of chokers worth, and I'll pay back Sai with something else later on. So yeah, I guess I'll catch you back after I've met up with Steak and I've got the resources together.
One near your base.
I don't think you are.
Near the gold farm?
Have you gone through the portal?
No.
Okay, then go through the fucking portal.
Well, you said you'll meet me at the portal.
I meant
end.
the end portal. Not the nether portal, end portal.
Oh, I'm at minus 200. There you go.
Let's move this bed first of all. So, really.
Oh, you're doing it in here?
Yeah. Because I need this area loaded.
3. Is it G? Yeah. Oh, this is directly in a chunk, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Alright then guys, so this is now pretty much done and dusted as a quick mini project. Big thank you to Sake for helping me out having the chunk loader up and running. It is now running fine. We have got an auto dispenser system just firing the blocks into a separate section of hoppers. So if we just have a quick butchers of that, and I can show you what my intention with this is, although it may be inadvertently not doing what I wanted to do. So we've got a dispenser shooting the eggs into just a little glass box here, and then obviously the obsidian will then get filtered through. We are getting, oh, that might have been just before I done the little fix for it. I added another line of hoppers with another line of glass because we did have obsidian that flew off a little bit to the side and I forgot to come pick it up. But the chickens, what I'm hoping is going to happen is that once there's enough there, the eggs firing, they'll just die from entity cramming, is my hopes. Otherwise we could end up with just even a worse egg problem, because my aim was to actually get rid of the eggs, and if that doesn't happen, if they don't die from entity cramming and they somehow grow up and start laying eggs and start building up in here, I will just put a source block of water in there, because that way the eggs will still get sort of thrown and hatched, and I'm hoping that the baby chickens will just drown inside the water, because the last thing we want is this to constantly fill up with eggs, because otherwise it's going to be a right nightmare to deal with. And I'm using the Exhumer's auto clicker for this, the concrete mode. That way my character will eat when he needs to eat, as well as using his pick. Now obviously that's all the eggs that are built up. I'm not going to be going AFK massively long with this with my netherite picks. What I will be doing, if I want to do an extended AFK session doing this to get enough obsidian for the projects I want to do, I will more than likely just make up some junky diamond picks, because we can buy the diamond picks off the toolsmith as well as all of the books from the librarians, replacing diamond picks at efficiency 5 and breaking. And, well, that's what you really need, don't you? You don't need mending because we're not looking to repair them. They're just going to be throwaways. So we're looking at like 3 emeralds per pick to use. And per pick you're probably going to get the better part of around about a shulker or 2 of obsidian. Which I think for 3 emeralds is not a fair price. Not a fair price, it's not a bad price. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do is carry on doing this for a little bit longer, and then I will probably bring you back for another little project. So yeah, catch you back in a bit. Alright then guys, so we've done a bit of an AFK session over at the Obsidian farm. So big thank you to Steak for helping me out, putting in a chunk loader for that. And I've managed to nearly double my amount. Do you reckon I could even land in this view? Well, I'm considering if I hit anything and not die as a successful landing. There we go. Yeah, I've almost doubled my amount of obsidian mines. So if we go over here and we go items mined, we are on 18,325 obsidian now, which is a little bit insane considering this now overtaken jungle wood. But we are now getting the majority of our jungle wood needed with one of the Steak's tree farms, which is where I've literally just come back from. I've got a bunch of shulkers here with a bunch of different resources on me, and that is because I actually want to sort of, well, not what I wanted to do there, is I want to start working on this area a little bit. I want to get a few more custom trees in because this one looks like a bit of a sore thumb. It just sticks out quite a lot against the rest of the jungle, so if I have a few more, nowhere near as big as these, but around about a midway point as a transition style from the giant tree going outwards to the smaller ones, I think would look good. I'm going to probably crack out one of them today and probably one more per episode as we go forward, because they do take quite a lot of time. And there's a chicken on that branch. One of the remnants of size pranks on me. Also, I want to get rid of the torch spam around here, so I'm going to be tidying up the area, probably planting some normal jungle trees, and I may try my best to get rid of the vines as well. See if I can't do something about that. But what we'll do is we'll probably words, yeah. We'll probably jump straight into a time lapse of me just sort of cracking on and getting work done in this area, sort of just to spruce it up and make it look a lot better. Because yeah, I spent quite a bit of time here. Obviously, I haven't got any major farms here. I've got my little bamboo farm over behind us, which sort of runs my own little personal 6 smelter, and it's just very gimmicky more than anything. It's just like a spiral pattern of bamboo getting shot off, but it's not efficient and it's quite lossless, as you could probably tell. Like, there's quite a bit of bamboo sitting on the edges, so not my greatest design in the world. But I want to sort of tidy up the edges and make it look a little bit more blended in, because at the moment you've got just a big tree. I need to work on the trunk a little bit, and then actually add some pathways, maybe some more foliage in the area, because where I've cleared it out, it just makes it stand out even more, I think. But yeah, what I'm going to do is sort of just crack on with that, and hopefully I like the way it comes out, and I'll catch you back after. So yeah, catch you back in a bit. I didn't mean to do that, I wanted the long grass. Okay, catch you back in a bit. Alright then guys, so the area's been tidied up quite a bit now, and I've done a bunch more work than what I thought I was originally going to do, and if I don't get out of this video I will kill myself. So we got the second tree built, and I'm pretty happy with the way that it's come out. We just land here. So it's in a very similar style to our original tree here, just a lot smaller. I've sort of limited the branches a little bit, and I've also added a bunch of the glow berries. I've done the same for here. Now I let them grow like for around about an hour or two. Then I went around, cut them off, and then stringed them, just so that I keep the height that they're currently at, rather than letting them get out of control like the overpopulation of vines that we've got everywhere. I did also plant a bunch more of the jungle trees just to try fill out the area a little bit, and I've done a bunch of work over on our lake. So if we come on and fly over here, what I've done regarding the lake is I've tore up the entire ground, replaced it all with gravel, straightened up all of the edges in order to do a bank, and I'm going to be doing a pathway that sort of runs around. And then I've got these little custom lilies as well. So just a little pop of colour whilst you're actually on the lake. And on this little island here, the reason I didn't tear this down and just make it part of the lake is I'm thinking of doing a overhanging blossom tree that will sort of overhang on the lake, and that way we've got a nice little fishing spot, because all of the edges now are spawn proof, barring this little island over here. And the fact that we're able to then just hop in a boat and just do a little bit of fishing as and when we want to, without a risk of mobs coming along and murdering our face, because the area around us is pretty much spawn proof. Like all of the area around our tree now, we've got hidden lighting underneath all of the moss carpets, and we've got a nice little pathway. I've still got to do some work on the pathway, not overly happy with it. Probably put some crops and some waterlogged slabs and just add a little bit more texture and depth to it. But now we've got a pathway that leads into our tree, or elevator going up and down. Added some more glowberries to just some of the normal jungle trees, but I do have to go round to these jungle trees and string the vines, because otherwise they're going to get rapidly out of hand, and I don't want them all coming down to the ground and making the area look like trash. So yeah, this pathway then leads over to our little bamboo farm. I've sort of secured up the border of... I didn't actually press forward there, my guy just started walking forward. So yeah, I've sort of secured up the border with just some stone, some mossy cobblestone. I still need to blend it in a little bit more than where it is at the moment. Probably tear this ground back a little bit. But I have gone round and obviously got rid of all of the torch spam, which I'm extremely happy about, because I absolutely hate the torch spam. And like even that's... can we do that? Thank you. Yeah, I'm alright with the underbelly of the tree being a little bit dark. Need to get rid of them torches, probably put some glow lights in. I have put some glow lights in, as you can see just there. I don't know if that stops spawns or not though. I've not had anything spawn there since I've done it, so I'm sort of hoping that it is going to work. But yeah, what I'll probably do in between episodes is obviously do little bits and pieces around here as and when I sort of just fancy listening to an audiobook or something. But yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing. Like all of these vines are getting already very, very out of control, so I don't want them hanging that low. Oh my god, the vineage is so bad. So I will go around here and obviously get rid of all of the extremely low hanging vines. Obviously I like the vines, but I really wish they would implement the vines in the same way that they've got the kelp, that they'll grow to a certain length and that's it. As in, it will be like a random generated max sort of life on it before it just stops. And that way, when you're in a jungle and you live in a jungle, not every single vine is hanging down is going to end up reaching the ground. Like, as you can see around us, all of them do. And it just ends up looking like a mess. So we may actually have to try and do something about that. Yeah, I'll probably think of something in order to try get rid of the vines. See if we can't work something out. But I definitely think that we're pushing it on time for today's episode. So we'll probably wrap things up here for today on this. What is in that? Oh, jack-o'-lanterns. So yeah, we've got the obsidian farm done today, and we'll probably be utilising that obsidian at some time very soon in the future. I don't know if it's going to be the next episode or the following one, but I do know that there's a couple of farms that I definitely want to build that uses the obsidian. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress that we've made today. Obsidian farm, and this area has been massively improved compared to the state that it was in before, and I like that because I do know that Sai's been working on their base place, Cloud's been working on his base place, and because we're all located in and about the jungle, yeah, I don't want to be the odd one out with just a singular tree with the entire terrain around it just torn out. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I will catch you all I did not mean to go out F5, by the way. Hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.